Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we'll be doing a Lumber Tycoon and Woodmill Inc comparisons and differences because there was a lot of speculation in which game is better, which is worse, so I'm going to try and implement everyone's arguments into one side of the game and the other so I can help you guys decide which game you like the most. Right, so we're going to start off with Lumber Tycoon 2, which is the more popular game. Um, but I think most people would agree when I say that there's a lot of hackers, exploiters in the game, and it kind of decreases the value in all the items in the game, so it kind of ruins the purpose. Like you can see already, there's the guy over there who's got a massive base of Sinister and Blue Wood, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't got that legit. Like, it's pretty impossible. If he hasn't, then fair play to him, but that is it's going to be very hard to get that legit. And when there's no kind of value in the item, it kind of defeats the purpose of the game. Um, but it is still remaining really popular for some reason, and because of these massive bases, well, actually, I don't know if it's because of the massive bases or it's just me, but it's really laggy. Like, it just took me ages to load my base up then, and I don't know if it is because of the bases, but I'm pretty sure it is. But you get Woodmill, which is a lot more smoother and faster, which I do applaud Woodmill for that. But there's already like you can see people as well. They've got 25 million cash as well. That's pretty hard to get unless you're hacking. So I think people will agree with me when I do say that it is full of hackers. However, I do applaud Lumber for the amount of content they have. You can see by the items on my base, even though I don't actually have that much, there is loads and loads of different items. But again, the game has not received many updates, and if the game was kind of more continued, it would be much larger than this, like maybe tenfold. But the amount of content, it dominates over Woodmill Inc, which I do applaud Lumber for that as well. And it does kind of give you something to strive for, but at the same time, the fact that there's hackers, it also defeats the purpose. So it's kind of countering itself. But before there was hackers, if you did play in the early stages, it was good. Some people still enjoy playing it now, which there's nothing wrong with that. But unfortunately, there is still loads of hackers. So I'm just going to narrow down the content a bit more. So in terms of the similar aspects of Woodmill Inc and Lumber, there is the mountain and the volcano. You can see that Woodmill is very influenced by the mountain with the birch and the volcano, sorry. But in terms of actually inside, Lumber, I think they should have took a different path with this. You can see here, I can't even get in to start off with. I had to wait um, just for the boulders to move, which I guess does add the challenge, which some people may enjoy, but I do kind of see it as a bit glitchy. Um, Once inside as well, it's just a straight, well, not straight exactly, but you get what I mean. The Woodmill Inc volcano, I think I do prefer for the aesthetic look of it as well, where this is a bit more plain looking. And when you're at the top as well, there's literally only one place, if that makes sense, compared to Woodmill. Um, and it's not that this is bad, but I do appreciate the design and the effort that went into Woodmill, whereas I think this does look a bit more bland to me. Others may think differently, but I am putting a bit of my own opinion into this, which doesn't mean I'm right or wrong, but I'm just expressing my own views. And like I said at the start as well, Lumber Tycoon has way more content than Woodmill. It still should have more content, but it compared to Woodmill, it dominates in terms of the content. Um, but I can see Woodmill overtaking content with the amount of updates in such a short time. Like it was literally a week or so away from the free alpha release, and we didn't even realize, no, we didn't even see that coming. The volcano update just came, and now they're already working on the next one, which they've already leaked in the sneak peeks in Discord, which I will link down below in the description. And but yeah, in terms of content, you can see here across the bridge, Woodmill has took this from Lumber as well, but the game is obviously very heavily influenced by Lumber. Um, except for the fact that there is the fancy furnishings, which I think a lot of people appreciate in Lumber, and the car shop as well, which is also put into Woodmill Inc. So you can kind of see that Lumber is kind of the roots of Woodmill. Without Lumber, there would be no Woodmill, which you also have to appreciate. And for the final biome, we have the winter biome, which kind of gives a +1 point to Lumber in terms of content, seeing as there's more trees, there's the ice trees on the mountain, there's the I'm not sure what they're called. I think they're just pine trees. Yeah, we'll just go with pine. They've got the pine trees as well here. They've got the cabin at the back where they did one of the events. So that gives another point to Lumber, I guess. Another major part as well of Lumber Tycoon is the ferry and the other island. I think at the minute as well, which kind of sucks, is the fact that it's broken. I stayed on here for about 15-20 minutes, and I just gave up. I bought a ticket. It kept telling me that I had to wait until I bought a ticket. It's a bit glitched out. I did join a different game after as well, but it just said the same thing. I was asking people about it, and they just said it's broken as well, which is kind of annoying for people because obviously the 40 doesn't really work on the game anymore, so no one knows when it's going to be fixed, and that kind of sucks. But anyway, moving on. Similar to Woodmill Inc. as well is the two shops. There's Wood R Us and Yes It's the Land store. The Wood R Us store is kind of the basic shop for your axes, for your conveyors, and I do have to give it to Lumber, the effort and stuff took into the different designs for every different item. There's also the Easter egg on the blueprints with the ladder that takes you up to the roof, which is kind of cool. And I like the little things like that that's kind of been implemented into it. Um, at the minute, Woodmill needs to sort itself out in terms of the items. They literally just look like boxes at the minute, which maybe they will be working on. I'm not sure if they are or not. They haven't really said anything because it's not that much of a problem. But however, with the land store, it's completely different because Woodmill Inc, there's just nothing in the land store. They need to kind of implement that into the game. But here they've got some little aesthetic designs, the chairs. There's the sign on the back where you zoom your character out. That helps you with the rookery axe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think different people pronounce it differently. But in terms of the shops, you can see the similars and the differences. Um, but also going back to the point I made where Woodmill Inc is pretty much a massive copy of the game with its own little twist. Now quickly in terms of wood and axes, I'm just going to quickly run through them and I'll show you a picture of them on screen. So to start off with the wood, there's elm, walnut, cherry, snowglow, pink, oak, birch, koa, testwood, fir tree, pine, lava, zombie, cave crawler, palm, gold, frost, spook, sinister, and phantom wood. Um, I think some of them are unobtainable. So I think it's pink wood and testwood. I think that's like the unobtainable ones. Spook and sinister, they're just in like incredibly rare. Now in terms of the axes as well, there's so many axes. There's the basic hatchet, steel, hardened, silver, the alpha axe and beta axe, the rookery axe, again I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, the fire axe, end times axe, amber, candy cane, bees axe, the many axe, gingerbread, rusty, candy corn, and the cave axe. So again with them there's so many axes. There's also the gold axe, which is the devs axe I guess, and moderators and stuff like that. But it just goes to show there's so many axes, so many woods, so if you are going to start playing this game, there's so much to do. So now to finish things off, I think I'll give my final opinion and kind of results on the game. And I think if you're looking for content, you're starting new, you're not that bothered by other people, you just want to have fun, you just want to build stuff, you just want to get loads of different items, I think Lumber Tycoon would be good for you. You just have to be aware that there's quite a lot of hackers in the game and there's not much you can do about it. However, there's loads of content, but once you finish the game, that there won't be any more. unless by some miracle Defaultio starts taking up the game again, which I find extremely doubtful. Um, so yeah, if you're looking for just an adventure, you just started the game, this would be for you. Right, and now we're moving on to Woodmill Inc, which isn't as popular and it's relatively new, but the good side about it is it's a very positive community. There's less hackers and exploiters, although you do get a few that normally come from Lumber, but the devs are active, so you can report them, and normally they get dealt with swiftly. Um, and which is what's also good is there's actually value to items where with Lumber you may have something amazing, but someone just the base opposite to you is using exploits and they've just duped it. Whereas in this game, most things are unique. They've got like the valuable cars, where you get the different neon cars, you get plastic colors, different chances of getting different colors. There's the pink wood. So yeah, there's different aspects of kind of value in this game, which is good. Now to start off with content, the main biome is the volcano in Woodmill Inc, and in my opinion, it is way better than the Lumber Tycoon biome for the volcano. With the Woodmill Inc, there's more of a challenge, I guess. Although there's a bit of a challenge with the Lumber Tycoon one, here you've got the slanted paths. You've got, when you go further to the top, there's the steeper hill, and there's also the challenge of when you cut these trees, you've got to be really careful about where the tree falls. There's not just one tree type, there's also the ash wood as well as the lava wood here. But yeah, I like how there's more of a challenge and there's more areas to explore around the volcano here. Now one of the only other biomes in Woodmill Inc at the minute, which is across the bridge, is the Safari, and there's only one shop here, which is Advanced Automobiles, where you can buy the car. There is only one car at the minute, and I think that's where Woodmill Inc is lacking at the minute in terms of content compared to Lumber Tycoon. Because across the bridge for them, they've got the fancy furnishings, they've got their car shop. I can't remember what that's called, sorry. Um, they've got Bob's Shack, whereas here they've pretty much only got the car shop. Although they do have the walnut wood, and they do have the Easter egg for Bob's Shack, but I'm pretty sure they've removed it now. So again, that's where Woodmill Inc is kind of lacking at the minute in terms of content. The only other place in Woodmill Inc which I wouldn't necessarily call a biome, but it's the cherry forest, and although it's copied from Lumber, it's yeah, I wouldn't say it's a biome. It's more of just a yeah, it's more of just a cherry forest. But you can see the opening to the winter biome, the taiga, which will be in the next update, I think, either that or after that, because I believe they're working on the swamp as well at the same time. So you can see that they are bringing out the content soon, which is good. And now we have the main store for Woodmill Inc, which is the Woods We Are store, which I think has been named that on purpose, because after all, it is a copy of Lumber Tycoon. And like I said earlier, I think the one thing they need to do is put images on all the boxes. You can see they've got them for the axes. They had one for the candle back there, but they still need to add because you could, I mean, you can check it, but you're going to be looking around for something and you're not going to know what's what, which is just a small thing, but it should really be added in. And of course, we also have the buy some land or something store, which is the land store. And again, as I said earlier, it's very plain looking. There's literally just a guy behind the counter, and that's it. I think they should maybe add at least something to decorate it. Because apart from that, it just looks a bit plain. Right now, I want to just quickly say that the community for Woodmill Inc as well is very chilled. It's much more happier than Lumber Tycoon, because you can get scammed really easily. And in this, you don't really get as many scammers. Obviously, there will always be scammers, but not as many. It's very chilled. Like you can see here, I'm just in a server with a couple of people. They're all just working on their own thing. I traded some pinkwood with one of them earlier, and despite the whitelisting and sending money and stuff being really risky, it just went fine as well. We just trusted in each other. So yeah, it's just really chilled compared to a Lumber Tycoon. Right, now in terms of the different woods and axes, I'll read them out again and I'll put the displays on the screen. So for the wood, we have elm, walnut, oak, cherry, ash, birch, lava, and pink. So you can already see that's a lot less than lumber. And for axes, there's the alpha axe, which at the minute, if you're playing the game, you want to stock up on because as soon as the beta is released, that's going to go. We have the plain axe, basic hatchet, silver axe, steel axe, hardened axe, and the gold axe, which the gold axe can only be used by the devs. If the dev drops it and so, like you found it, you wouldn't be able to use it because you don't have permissions to. So it'd still be worth loads, but you wouldn't be able to use it even if you got it. Right, now to finish off, I'm going to give my last view on Woodmill Inc. and if it would appeal to you. I think it appeals most to past Lumber Tycoon players the most because I think the community is way better than Lumber Tycoon. Although Lumber Tycoon has way more content, I think if you played Lumber Tycoon before and you're kind of sick of how there's hackers, there's loads and loads of people that have just got loads of different items, it kind of takes out the value and different things. I think if you came to Woodmill Inc. You would enjoy it, a new start. For new players as a whole, I think it would be better to start playing Woodmill Inc as well because at some point in the future, Woodmill Inc will take over in content eventually because the devs are always active. They're always stopping scammers, exploiters, hackers. So the game's normally always clean. The Discord is really friendly. So I think if you're looking to communicate, make friends on the game, I think Woodman Link would be the best game for you. Right, I think with everything said, it's coming to the end of the video now, guys. I just want to quickly say that the decisions I've made in this video, they're not a final decision. It doesn't mean that Lumber or Woodman Link is the best game. Personally, it's down to you guys. I've just kind of explained the game and if it would appeal to you with Woodmill Inc or Lumber. I'm not saying which game's better. It's up down to you guys. But now I'm coming to the end of the video. I'm going to link the Discord below for Woodmill Inc. There isn't a main one for Lumber, unfortunately, so I'm going to link the Woodmill Inc one. I want you guys to comment any suggestions or any games you want to do reviews or just play. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.